After watching this video, you will know what to do so that you know what to study. Hi, this is Fabian. If you don't know me yet, I am the scholarship guy who gives you advice on how to study abroad and get opportunities in other countries, specifically in Europe. In this video, I'll be sharing with you a bit of a follow-up from what I shared you on the last video. If you haven't seen it, I advise you to take a look at it. But I spoke about how important it is for you to start defining some things so that you can actually know what your career path you actually want to pursue in order to start writing a motivation letter. Because with a clearer mind, everything's going to flow smoother during your scholarship application process or even university application. Now, before providing you this, I would like to give you context of what our current time is. The reality of the things is that we live in a digital world. It's a different era where everything's very technological. We have tools that are optimizing our lives. We have artificial intelligence, and we can spend a lot of time consuming content on social media or series and films on different streaming platforms or playing video games. And those hobbies are great every now and then, but what's happening is that you can develop a good life or have an actually okay, decent life, very comfortable, very convenient, without you actually getting out into the real world. And when that happens, you're not able to develop your skills. And that's why there's a lot of young students in their late high school years, or sometimes even cases where they already did their bachelor's degree and they're looking to study their master's or even PhD in certain cases abroad, and they are not convinced of studying what they actually want to study or that they're looking to study. But it's because of that, because they haven't developed that many skills. The main point, the main take here is for you to start taking massive action into taking action. And by action, I mean movement. You need to start getting out there, doing a bunch of activities. And I want to give you concrete examples of the different type of activities and how you can actually take action in your day-to-day life. You can volunteer. This one, especially if you're a student and still sometimes not even an over 18-year-old adult, scholarships know this. That's the difference, and I spoke that in one of my videos. That's the difference between a educational motivation letter with a professional motivation letter, what we sometimes call cover letter. Universities and scholarship committees know that you're a young adult, that you're still a student, that you're very young. So they're not expecting for you to have this bunch of professional work experience. And so you can replace that with having volunteering experience. You'll be able to discover a cause that you're really willing to fight for, that you're really strong, passionate about. It can be ecological volunteering. It can be social volunteering with the elder, with orphan kids, with the poor, or it can also be with the people with disabilities. You can also contribute to your local community by managing a project or an event, organizing something. And so by doing these activities, you'll be able to develop not only your passion, your true values, but also your skills, and specifically the soft skills, the ones where you relate with others as well, the interpersonal one. Yes, you'll be able to develop leadership, teamwork, but at the same time, negotiation, how to break the ice with strangers. And by the way, you will not learn all this in university. These are things that are taught in real life. Of course, you will develop these skills when you study abroad even better. But I think that is important that you realize that there's a lot of things that you can actually do before studying abroad and while you're doing your application letter. I also invite you to enroll in different courses. It can be a programming course, a finance course, it can be an economy course, law, any course. Or if you're still a high school student, I want you to pay a lot of attention, ask a lot of questions to your professors, and actually put in a lot of effort. Make sure you get good grades, because that's not only going to be helping you to your scholarship application, but also you will actually know what, if that course or class that you're receiving, you're passionate about it or not. I also encourage you to enroll in different sports. I'm going to give a hot take. Usually parents don't want us to become athletes or artists for some reason. They usually see us as a professional with a formal suit outfit and working at a office inside a cubicle. The truth is, at the end of the day, your career path is up to you. You're the only one who know what you want to actually pursue and study. And so I think it's very important that you understand this and that you're able to adapt this in your scholarship preparation. And so I encourage you to enroll in different classes, to go to a local gym. Like, how are you supposed to know if you want to study fitness, nutrition, or physical education, or even become a health professional if you've never exercised? Again, going to the former point that I mentioned, we live in a digital world, so it's more tempting not to actually exercise. Statistically speaking, there's like 20% of the population who exercise consistently in some countries, especially in the American continent. We're having a generation that doesn't develop their sports skills that much, unfortunately. So I think it's important for you to develop all these hobbies of actually moving and putting your body into work. But you're not only going to take massive action into taking action. I'm going to ask you something else. I want you to give the extra mile, and I'm going to ask you to be in the present moment while you're doing those skills. I want you to ask questions. I want you to analyze what you're doing. And I actually want to make sure that you know or that you're aware of how you're feeling in that moment while you're doing that skill, that ability. If you're able to understand and discover what your true passion is, or how you felt in that moment at least, then you will be able to get to the last key element that I want to take away from this video. And is that there you can actually put in the work. Grab a piece of paper and grab a pencil and develop your ikigai. Or you can also develop a SWOT analysis. At the end of the day, these are just tools, and they are awesome when doing a self-awareness, introspection about ourselves, about what we actually want to pursue. But I think it's very important that you put in the work before so that you're able to do this analysis, because without actually putting in the work, this piece of paper will look white, will look in blank, because you never actually develop the skills that you need to develop in order for you to actually compare and analyze. Okay, I felt like this while doing graphic design, and I felt like this while dancing salsa or bachata. I really hope that after this video, you're able to do an internal work and put in the work, the necessary hours, so that you're able to now start writing a motivation letter that's going to be convincing to that university or scholarship committee, and that you will then actually be able to study abroad and pursue your dreams. I think this is the very first step that you need to do in your whole scholarship journey, so that you're actually motivated. This will also help you be motivated in the process while you're getting all the requirements. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like, you can check this one out. Please remember to like, subscribe, and I would like you to comment what is something or a skill that you're already doing that you can think of that it can actually make you pursue a career on that. Until next one.